had a fight, so he came back on another one. So it's fight week. We got there's a few in the fight card that I need to talk about, but first I'm going to talk about the main one is Benavidez versus Anthony Yarde. I watched the face off between the two of them, and they were quite respectful but honest about themselves. And it's a big risk for Yarde. Everyone's talking about this nearly thing, and to be fair to Ade, he asked the questions that a lot of us are going to want to ask, and that was one of them, like being a nearly man, and he said I wasn't paying attention to whether you believe him or not. He said he wasn't paying attention to that, and to agree enough to believe because you have to have that level of delusion, that believe the naysayers out there for you to achieve your greatness, isn't it? So you're gonna have to go against what other people are thinking and saying. So probably doesn't really pay attention to that, because as a fighter you're gonna have to pay attention to something and ignore others, because it's gonna change your mindset in one way or the other, and making you think, what, let me do this. And it's about, it's about like you being the best version of yourself. So sometimes you have to channel certain things out and channel certain things in. I get that, but it is a big risk he's taking. Benavidez, has proven himself that he's gone against anybody he's gone against. He's too much for them. It's accumulation of punches. He's got a punch variety. It's not one punch knockout artist by any means. It's a lot of arm punches, but then when he sits down a bit and then tries to get you out, it means he's got your hair a little bit, and then dig deep and get you out of there, man. He's really good at finishing at the yard. He's explosive, and everyone that's faced him says, yeah, mama's part of the truth. Kovalev said it, Batavia, the people who have, I'm saying who's gone on to beat him. Kovalev said it, and Batavia said it as well. It's just putting it all together right in that moment to become the version of himself he wants to become. I know Anthony Yarde still wants to become a world champion, so got that ambitions. So I feel that, like, having been around and spent time with him and Tunde, you see that everyone sees this relationship that you see in blah blah blah, but you see that it is student and teacher and uncle and nephew kind of relationship. Whether that's good or a bad thing, they've had some highs, but this might have some lows, but this might be, the time for them all to be switched on and get it right. You know what I mean? Because Tunde is someone who's quite cerebral, and he was watching and learning and things like that, and develop training systems and whatever. So everyone sees the paths that do, and it's a system he does on that, without being a super nerd and watching, because I watch patterns. I see what he was doing with it, especially the figure eight. If you look into it and watch it, and now it's a figure eight, you might look at it a bit differently. But Tunde and you can see that genuine, love and care for each other. You see it's genuine. So that's why I think I like them, because they're very authentic and whatever together anyway. Even apart of them, but together, it's definitely love there, and I just feel like they've never got it right at the right time, but this could be the time to do it, because I know they've got a monumental task ahead of them. They know they've been there with close to Kovalev, when life and not life and death, but back and forth with Batavia, everyone said anyone that talks about boxing and all that's been around boxing for enough knows that he's talented fighter. He's a very talented fighter. He's got something about him in that ring. He's ferocious. He doesn't come to play around. Like, he comes to fight. He comes to entertain. So I hope that I want him to win. Don't get me wrong. I definitely want him to win. I want him to win. But it's a tough ass. Everybody Benavidez. It's no mean feats. You know what I mean? Like, calling the monster. You got, Anthony Yarde, the beast from the east. So you got the, Lions in the camp or whatever he wants to be called, Lion, or is it Lion versus the Beast? I mean, the monster or the Beast versus the monster. That's what it is. He's tall, but he can find the inside. Benavidez, like, although he's tall, he can find the inside as well. He can fire range, he can fire inside, he can find the inside. But it's like inside is really, really good because he got the combinations on the inside, man. Like it's going to have to be a game where there has to be some kind of strategy. They can't just go in there and be Tunde and Anthony Yarde can't think, oh yeah, well, we've got to go in there, overwhelm him and blah blah blah. They have to go in there with some kind of strategy. I hope that they do have a strategy, but and though Anthony Yarde can certainly, the one man can beat the other, and obviously I'm backing Anthony Yarde as a fellow Brit, as someone who's been around him and and every time he sees me, he's none but love and respect, whatever. But really cool, like, so I'm gonna back him as much as I possibly can, like every bit of me, because I want to see him become world champion. I do want to see him become world champion, and this is can catapult him into that position. So, but it's the main event of Riyadh season. There was some kind of pressure there for him as well. Like, but for me, it's a good card as well. There's some good fights in there. I got Devin Haney, I got Abdullah Mason in there as well. It's two fighters that that I do like a lot. Well, I've got a lot less respect for Devin Haney now because of the Ryan Garcia fight. But Abdullah Mason, I've watched him over the years. I said to everyone now, he's gonna go somewhere, man. Everyone, one of my mates, we spoke about him and Keyshawn Davis, and I said, nah, man, Abdullah Mason, it is. I think he's got it, man. Like, Keyshawn's good, yeah, but like, I thought he lacked something for me, and it's showing in his recent behaviours or whatever. So, but you talk about Anthony Yarde and Benavidez. I don't know. Like, my prediction is going to be obviously Anthony Yarde, but I can see how Benavidez can win. I can see how both guys can win. Like, there's the chance for anyone winning, but I know it's going to be a good fight because they're both Kung Fu fighters. But I just hope that Yarde is more defensively responsible and was able to land and land plenty of times. I don't always want him to if he stops him, he stops him, but I want him to win more than anything else. I want him to win. I'm backing up someone, I'm backing him, like, that's it, like, I'm backing Anthony Yarde to win, but it's a tough ask, and I think it's not going to be something that's going to be easy, but I think he can do it, and I think more than likely he will do it. But if there's a lot of chances, boxing, at the end of the day, anything can happen. But they're both respectful, but both respect in the face. There's nothing to gauge from that. But just we all know when they get in that ring, the respect's out the window and they're gonna fight because they've always done that from the get go. So I expect nothing less than an exciting fight card. But anyway, people, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and that good stuff, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.